Morning students, today we are going to learn the remaining part of the first lesson, historiography development in the West. Some historical research method are given here. A table of some historical research method is given. Writing of historical narrative. Examining relevant references of the available historical information, collecting historical information, highlighting the process that lead to historical transitions, carrying out comparative analysis, understanding the reference regarding time and space of the given historical event, and also various conceptual framework used in historical research method. Formulating relevant questions in view of the historical references, formulating hypotheses, critically examining of various sources of history. Methods of various disciplines are useful in historical research. Methods of various disciplines. Methods which are related to various disciplines are useful to know historical research. For example, archaeology, archival science, manuscriptology, epigraphies means study of inscriptions, analysis of lettering style, linguistics, numismatics means study of coins, genealogy means study of lineage, etc. Tradition of historiography. We have learnt about the historical research method. We have learned about the historical research methods. Critically examining the historical sources and writing the historical narrative. Critically examining the historical sources means the sources which we use to know about the history, examining them critically, and writing the historical narrative. The writing of critical historical narrative is known as historiography. The writing of critical historical narrative. What is meant by historiography? Historiography means the writing of critical historical narrative. A scholar who writes such a narrative is a historian, and a scholar who writes such historical narrative is known as historian. The historian cannot include every past event in his narrative. The historian cannot include means he avoid to include every past event in his narrative. The inclusion and interpretation of historical event by the historian often depends on the conceptual framework adopted by him. The inclusion and interpretation of historical event. What is the inclusion and what is the interpretation of historical event? It depends on the conceptual framework adopted by him. Means which conceptual framework he adopt while writing history, it is depends on that. His style of writing is determined by that conceptual framework, and his style of writing is determined by that conceptual framework. The tradition of writing historical narrative, that is historiography, was not prevalent in the ancient society of the world. The tradition of writing historical narrative. The tradition of writing historical narrative, that is historiography, to which we call historiography, is not prevalent in the ancient period. However, that does not mean that they were not aware of the historical time or were not eager to know about it. But it does not mean that the ancient periods historian are not available, are not aware of the time or the events which happen in the historian period. Ancient people also felt the need of passing on the stories of the life and valor of the ancestor to the next generation. The ancient people also want to give the information of their period to give the information of their history to pass it to the coming generation, to the next generation. Ancient communities all over the world use various means like cave painting, storytelling, singing songs and ballads etc. for this purpose. But to fulfill this purpose means to give information about their period to the coming generation, to the next generation, they use other methods. They use different paths for it. Means they communicate all over the world using various different methods, just as like cave painting. The history of that period, they paint on the cave wall. And then storytelling, some stories were prepared by them. Singing songs, they sing so many songs about their period. And ballads etc. And with these mediums, with these sources, they they gave their information, they gave the information about their history to the next generation. These traditional means are looked upon as the sources of history in the modern historiography, and these traditional means which are used by the ancient people looked upon as the sources of history in the modern historiography. They are considered as the sources of history in the modern historiography. Modern historiography. Next point is four main characteristics of modern historiography. Here four main characteristics of modern historiography are given to us. The first is its method is based on scientific principle. The modern historiography's method is based on scientific principles. It begins with the formation of relevant questions and it starts with the relevant questions. These questions are anthropocentric. It means that these questions are about the deeds of the members of ancient human societies of a particular period. These questions are anthropocentric, means these questions are created about the deeds of members of ancient human societies of a particular period. History does not suggest any interrelation between the divine and human deeds, and that period history did not show any relation between the human deeds and divine. Answers to these questions are supported by reliable evidence, and answers to these questions are supported by reliable evidence, means some evidence were given to about these questions and their answers were supported with it. History presents a graph of mankind's journey with the help of past human deeds, and in this way history presents a graph of mankind's journey with the help of past human deeds. It is said that the modern historiography with above characteristics has its roots in the ancient Greek historical writing. It is said that the modern historiography with above characteristics, the characteristics which are given above, with the help of these characteristics, modern historiography has its roots in ancient Greek historical writing. Settled its roots in the ancient Greek historical writing. History is originally a Greek term. History is originally a Greek term. Herodotus, the Greek historian of the 5th century BC, used it first for his book entitled The Histories. A Greek historian whose name was Herodotus, the 5th century BC historian, first used this book entitled The Histories. We will see the next part of this lesson in our next period. Now we are going to see this part on the digital board.
We have learned about the historical research method, which include critical examination of historical sources and writing of a historical narrative. This writing of critical historical narrative is known as historiography, and the individual or scholar who performed this task is known as a historian. Although the historian is shouldered with the responsibility of presenting history in its complete and unbiased form, he cannot include the occurrence of every past event in his narrative. The inclusion and interpretation of historical events by the historian was often based on his adoption of a conceptual framework and the style of writing determined by the very same. After carefully observing the various facets of historiography and the crucial steps undertaken by a historian in writing of historical narrative or historiography, one definitely wonders whether human beings of distant past also followed the very same protocols. What steps did they follow to record various events that had occurred during their time period? On the basis of scarce written sources excavated through the years, one can safely argue that the tradition of writing historical narrative, that is, historiography, was not widely prevalent in the ancient societies of the world. However, one should not immediately assume that people were ignorant or indifferent to the historical occurrences that transpired during the said time period. Just as people of today, their ancient counterparts also felt the need of passing down crucial information in the form of various stories of their lives and valor of their ancestors to the subsequent generations. Hence, in this regard, ancient communities across the globe made use of various means such as cave paintings, storytelling in the form of folklore, songs and ballads, etc., for the dissemination of historical information. These traditional means are looked upon as the chief sources of history in the compilation of modern historiography. Modern historiography. Let us now turn our attention towards the image seen on the projection screen. It shows a fragment of the monument named the Stele of the Vultures, which belonged from the early dynastic third period, 2600 to 2350 BCE in Mesopotamia. On careful observation, one sees a forward marching file of soldiers holding shields and spears, with their commanding general in the lead. This artifact is currently displayed at the Louvre Museum in France. From this image, one can safely assume that the genesis of modern historiography could be traced back to the Sumerian civilization in Mesopotamia. The Sumerian people, through the passage of time, had preserved names of kings and the stories of battles fought by them in various inscriptions. The earliest of these inscriptions, dated back to 4500 BCE, recorded a battle fought between two kingdoms. The following are considered to be the four main characteristics that define modern historiography. Its method is based on scientific principles, which began with the formation of relevant questions, as was evident in the earliest inscription housed in the Louvre Museum. These questions were anthropocentric in nature, that is, they threw light on the deeds of various members of ancient human societies prevalent during that particular time period. Furthermore, history does not suggest any sort of interrelation between divine and human deeds. Answers drawn from these questions were to be supported by reliable evidence. History acted as a graph which depicted mankind's journey with the aid of past human deeds. With reference to the above-mentioned characteristics, it is stated that modern historiography has its roots in the ancient Greek historical writings. What's even more interesting is the fact that the English term history is derived from the Greek term historia or historia, which translated to inquiry, knowledge from inquiry, or judge. Herodotus, the Greek historian of the 5th century BCE, and often referred to as the father of modern history in the Western world, made use of this term for the very first time in his book entitled The Histories or Histories. It is considered today as one of the most important sources for the study of history of the Western Hemisphere.
Here, some questions are given for your homework. The first question is choose the correct option to filling the blanks are given here. Second is identify the wrong pair. Write down these questions in your notebook. Thank you.